Hi kiddos, Mrs. Dell here. Just wanted to go over some tips and skills for when you are telling time. First of all, in a day, there are 24 hours. There are 12 hours that are AM and there are 12 hours that are PM. So to start off, we have two hands on our clock. We have the hour hand, which is shorter, and we have the minute hand, which is longer. The large numbers that on my clock are red correspond with the red hour hand. And then the longer blue hand corresponds with these small blue numbers that are around the outside of the clock. And we count by fives for our minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Then when you get to 60, you have a new hour that you begin. Speaking of hours, I wanted to share with you on my large clock in the back that the hour hand is going to not just point straight on to the hour. As the minute hand ticks along, the hour hand moves to the next hour. So if you watch, it's at 2 o'clock right now. And as my minute hand is ticking along to the next hour, to 3 o'clock, look what's happening to my hour hand. It's beginning to move. Do you see now that it's 2:30 and my hour hand is halfway in between the 2 and the 3. It is not 3 o'clock yet. It's still the 2 o'clock hour, but my hand is slowly moving to the next hour when it will become 3. So in these areas of my clock, it is showing you where that previous hour is going to stop. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then back to the new hour. Then looking at how we tell time in my pizza is divided into 4 pieces, and we have the first quarter known as quarter after. Then half of the pizza is known as half past. The third quarter of the pizza is going to be quarter till, and then we're back to the next hour, o'clock. So you may have heard mom or dad or your teacher refer to a time by those quarter hours because the clock is divided into 4 pieces. So we're going to look at some activities to help us. In our first activity, we are looking at what is the time to the hour. So taking a look at clock number 1, the hour hand is on the 11, and all of these minute hands are going to be on the 12, so it's going to be o'clock. We have 11 o'clock. In the second problem, my hour hand is directly on the 7, and again, the minute hand is on the 12. And we will say 7 o'clock. The third example, we have our hour hand on the 1, and then our minute hand is on the 12. O'clock, 1 o'clock. In number 4, we have our hour hand on the 8, and our minute hand is on the 12. 8 o'clock. Easy peasy. Time to the hour. Now we're going to look at time to the half hour, and we're going to draw our hands. So all of the minute hands are going to be drawn to the 6 for half past or 30. So our hour hand is going to go halfway between the hour and the next hour. So if we're showing 4:30, it's going halfway between the 4 and the 5. The minute hand is going to the 6. In number 2, we have 7:30, so our hour is going to go halfway between the 7 and the 8, and our minute hand is going to the 6 for 7:30. In the next problem, number 3, we want to show 12:30. So our hour hand is halfway between the 12 and the 1, and our minute hand is going down to the 6. Number 4, we have 9:30. Our hour hand is going to go halfway between the 9 and the 10, and our minute hand is going to go to the 6. In number 5, we have 2:30. Our hour hand is going to go halfway between 2 and 3, and our minute hand is going to point down to the 6. In number 6, we have 11:30. We're going halfway between 11 and 12 for our hour, and then straight down to 6 for our minutes. And we have 2 more that we are drawing hands. We have 5:30. Our hour hand is going halfway between the 5 and the 6. Our minute hand is going to the 6 for 30. And then in the last example, we have 1:30. It's halfway between the 1 and the 2, and our minutes are pointing down to our 6. In our next example, we're going to be telling some time on our clocks, telling when did the ice cream shop open. So let's take a look at our first clock. In number 1, our hour hand is between the 6 and the 7. It's not at the 7 yet. And if we count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, the minute hand is at 15 to show 6:15. In the second problem, we have our hour hand between the 9 and the 10. It's actually getting really close to the 10 o'clock hour, but it's not quite there yet. The minute hand is at the 9 to show 9:45. In the third problem, we have our hour hand between the 2 and the 3, and our minute hand at the 6. So it's 2:30. In the fourth problem, our hour hand is at the 11, almost right on it. And then our minute hand is at the 3 for 11:15. In the next problem, number 5, the hour hand is on the 6, and the minute hand is at the 12 to show 6 o'clock. In number 6, our hour hand is at 2, and the minute hand is at 3, showing us 2:15. In number 7, we have our hour hand at, it is almost at the 1, but it's not quite there yet. It's almost there, so it's still 12, and it's showing the minute at the 9, so it's 12:45. Then in number 8, our hour hand is at 7, oops, excuse me, and then our minute hand is at the 3, so it is 7:15. In the very last one, we have our hour hand at the 10, and our minute hand is at the 9 for 10:45. We have one more activity before we finish off. We're going to write the time on the line and then circle if this would happen in the AM or the PM. If you walk to get an ice cream treat after dinner is going to be PM, and it would be 7:15. In the next excuse me, in the next problem, it's your birthday and your parents let you eat ice cream for breakfast. So breakfast is in the AM, and if we take a look at our clock, it is 8 AM. You get to buy ice cream as a treat for snack with your lunch. So with our lunch, it's going to be PM. Our hour is 12. It's partway between the 12 and the 1, not quite at the 1 yet. And then our minutes are at the 6, so it is 12:30. In the next problem, you are hungry when you get home from school and you want to have a snack. Well, you get home from school in the PM, and it is 3:45. Our hour hand is almost at the 4. It's not there yet. It's 3:45. In the very last one, you want an ice cream treat for a snack a few hours before lunch. So in the morning, it's AM. Our hour hand is at the 10, and our minute hand is at the 3, 5, 10, 15. Kiddos, I hope these strategies help you when you are telling time. Thank you.